okay better when my husband's here, because if something happens, my husband usually, hey, do you have something going? You know what I mean? Like if he sees him and he comes by the house, you're like, are you okay? Are you? Hi, how you doing? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Try to keep a conversation. Try to get something out of him. But but if someone pissed my husband out, oh, he would be in jail. You know what I mean? Like all of
Right.
us. If someone disrespects like this guy at the suburban, he disrespect me because they did an oil change, and I mean it's a long story, but the guy was treating me really bad, and Julio got on the phone. He goes, if I was there, I would probably be arrested. If someone talks to my wife like that in front of me, you know what I'm
Right.
trying to say? I
Right.
mean, you defend your family, you know what I mean? No
Right.
matter what, you know what I
Right.
mean? You don't treat somebody like shit because she's a female, you know
Right.
what I mean, versus a
Right.
male, you know what I mean? So, but I told my husband, and I told my husband, I'm like, I want you to look at this video because you don't have very much signal. He's in Mexico. His grandma passed away,
Yeah, you told me.
and he said to me, Maritza, if I was there, I'll probably knock on his door and say, do you have a problem? And try to solve it as a man. I said, you don't want to do that. You don't want to get in trouble. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Barry even said, he goes, man, he's really pissing me off, Maritza. And I'm like, Barry, you can't do shit about it. You just got to note everything down and call the cops. What can you do? He goes, well, I'm going to call Michael Brooks and see what can we do.
Oh no.
And I said, please don't do it. And I said, don't do it.
Well, Michael,
Michael Brooks, he has a mind of his own, right?
but that's what got me involved in all this.
With Michael Brooks?
Yes.
Really?
Michael Brooks.
Oh, you did tell me kind of something like that.
Michael Brooks was.
I know he was dealing with his wife shit. I remember that.
Yes.
He's dealing with his wife divorce, and then he got upset. And
So Croswick got fixated on.
he got a PPO,
Brooks.
Michael Brooks?
He didn't get a PPO. He came down to our police station
Oh, okay.
and talked to Officer Gilbert in the lobby, and Gilbert erroneously didn't turn his body camera on for this conversation with Michael Brooks.
Okay.
But in a perfect world, he would have done that, but he didn't. Not the biggest deal in the world, but
Right.
but we didn't have that video to show Croswick when he complained.
Okay.
So Brooks basically just told Gilbert, not basically, he told Gilbert, I don't want this guy in trouble, but he is calling my
Office.
personal office, and I guess Brooks does some work for the public defender's
Oh,
office.
okay.
Calling that nonstop. I need to stop. So Officer Gilbert does what I've done at 3 different police departments for the same exact type of call. You call the person up and you tell them, like, hey, you need to stop contacting on because the phone makes it a crime if they
Oh, okay.
malicious use of phones. You tell them, like, you need to stop calling. If you call beyond this point, you're going to potentially be arrested and probably be arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Gilbert did with
With Mr.
Croswick,
Croswell.
and Croswick
When
just,
was this? What year? Was it recent or no?
I don't know,
But do you think
about
that's why
a year
But you
ago.
think that's why he's going crazy too?
Well,
Because of his divorce, you think? I mean, because people. It
yes,
gets
I
to
think
people.
that's, well, and he cannot get custody of his
Oh, his
daughter.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that. So that's why he's going.
So
crazy.
that's a,
Yeah, but why would you put a show on? You know what I'm trying to say? You're trying to be a good person and try to do what you can, but
Right.
not do it that way. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
right. Oh, yeah,
Wow.
but that's the problem I have, is I think just like you think, and then I have to catch myself and say, like, I like to think I think like a rational person. I think that you think like a rational,
Right.
but everybody doesn't think like us, and
Definitely,
that's the, because I've been doing this job for 20 years this year, and I'll be sitting there thinking about something that's going on with a
Other things.
case or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just be like, oh, this doesn't make any sense, and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm thinking,
But
like,
we're humans. We think like
you're doing it again. Like, how many times do you have to make the same mistake? Like, you can't expect things to be thought out every time the way you think, because
Exactly.
that's not the types of people that we deal with.
Right.
Um,
And I think it got worse now with the COVID. Weird. People got weird.
well, he started showing up. We had a murder trial going on.
Oh, the murder from that girl, the D. Is it Dee?
No. This was Amy Allen.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Is that the one in Adrian?
no, this one happened on North Maumee.
Oh, okay.
He strangled his wife, made it look like a suicide, and
Oh, yes, and she was in the basement or something like that?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, I remember that.
yeah, that was a 3-week trial. He started coming up there into the
Hey,
court.
yeah, what the fuck he does? He don't work? What? How did he give me his income? Shit, I have to work to supply.
I suspect he's on like disability or something. But he started doing that, and like just he'd get his phone out and like hold it and like pretend he's because you can't record in the courtroom unless you have the judge's permission.
Central 1437, just clear last.
And he was just
What an idiot, isn't it? What a stupid idiot. Sorry. That's bad. He has a lot of time in his hands.
yeah, because I was saying like, you know, I don't care what kind of goofy games he plays, but if he starts messing around with the victim's family, they were in from Florida.
Oh, wow.
And they're really good people, and I'm thinking like if he starts messing around with the victim's family,
That's not good.
there's a good chance I'm gonna
Get you. Put your ass in jail.
well, good chance I'd be probably going right along with him.
That's what my husband said. He goes, Maritza, I'm scared for you because I'm by myself. You're by yourself, and he goes, can't do nothing about it. I'm like, I'll just call the cops and see what the cops tells me, and I'll let you know so you can be in peace. But I want to be in peace too. You know what I mean? Because like I said, if he's fucking crazy ass and trying to start shit, I don't want to start. I told Julio, I don't want him to even step on my property.
Right.
Because if he steps on property, I'll call the cops. But he can step on the property and just get out. You know what I mean? You guys can't do nothing about it.
Right. I really think.
Is he pissed because you guys are coming by?
Well, no, I think he's just. I think this is just his personality.
Okay. I hope you're right.
I honestly think he's harmless.
You don't think he's harmless?
I think he is harmless.
so?
I think because if he really wanted to do something, why would he play these games? Why wouldn't he just come
and do something about it, right?
you know,
Yeah,
knock on the door with a different set of clothes on the second you open, you know, like barge in, like, you know, the best attack
But
is like,
is he smart enough? You know, he has a ring. He knows I have a ring back here and a ring back in the front. Is he smart enough for that?
well, yeah, and I think he, that's why he's
Trying to do that shit.
doing what he's doing is because I think he realizes, because he has one too.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And,
I noticed that because there's a ring and there's a neighborhood thing, and all the people that around your area has a ring. It tells you like the address.
oh, really?
Uh-huh. And then you can comment, like if something happens, like when our cars were broken into.
I didn't know that.
You can put a comment, hey, watch out for these people. This is what they're wearing, description, and all the neighbors know. You know what I mean? Like the
So
neighbors.
that's an app you can get on because you have the ring. That's excellent to know. I didn't realize it
Yeah.
would be that easy.
And it gets like alerts, you know what I mean? Like, oh,
Right.
watch it at 2 a.m. This person, they were very loud in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
204, I'm secure.
So, yeah.
So I think, I mean, it's just based on a gut feeling, and I could be wrong, but I think at this point he's harmless, and I think he's just
And
giving.
hopefully nothing happens
I think
to you,
he's-
ever happens to you. And if something happens, you're my witness, right? You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say to you? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you never know. Shit can happen.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can get into a car accident, I can get an accident, you can get an accident.
Right.
I mean, everything happens so fast. But hopefully you realize that when I'm telling you all this shit, that you can talk to somebody about this. You know what I mean? Not only you. You know what I mean? I'm sure you probably report to somebody else too, right? And tell your staff how
Yeah,
bad this
yeah,
is.
I'll-
You know what I mean?
I've already put something out on the first incident, and I did a report.
Okay.
Just because I just have concerns because of his instability.
Okay.
Because it's just not normal.
Right.
Like if he had a problem with you, like
Why would you come up here and tell me, hey,
I wouldn't do it, but maybe one day he's having a bad day on top of not liking you, and you drive by and he gives you the finger or something. Like that's not normal or rational, but playing these little games with you. I mean, if you were my sister, he'd have significant problems.
like, yeah,
Not that I don't care about you, but you know what I mean, like,
Right.
I don't understand